Hi guys, Hamster here. What if I told you that at home you could free float your barrel, bed your action, and convert your Remington 700 to using a detachable box magazine, and it would take you less than 5 minutes and require only an Allen wrench? Would that be something you're interested in? Free floating your barrel, bedding your action, and converting to a detachable box magazine with an Allen wrench and a couple minutes of my time. That's an interesting proposition. And how could you do that? Well, you could do it very simply with what you have here in front of you. What I have here is what's called the AICS, the Accuracy International Chassis System. This is, I think, a little bit more than just a stock. This is a chassis system from Accuracy International. And this is available for Remington 700s in long and short action. And it does exactly that. This is in a full aluminum structure all the way from the very front to the very back. So it adds a lot of stiffness to the chassis, which enhances accuracy, and I think it also will help you retain zero. This is a beautiful piece of gear. I was a little skeptical at first if it was going to be as easy as they said, and it's simply that easy. You basically undo your 2 action screws, pull your whole barreled action out, trigger and all, drop it in the Accuracy International chassis, tighten the 2 screws, and then torque it down, and you're done. It's that simple, and it's extremely effective. The detachable box magazine works fantastic. You wind up with a oversized trigger guard, which allows you to shoot with gloved hands. It's a thumb hole design stock, so it gives you a better purchase on the weapon, and I think a more natural pull on the trigger. At least I'm definitely enjoying it. It's set up for a Harris bipod or an AI style bipod, and the stud for the Harris is an extremely strong stud that's tied into the actual structure of the unit, so you're not going to pull that stud out no matter how tight you want to tighten your Harris bipod up. It's not intended for a sling at all. It comes with 4 sling mounts. Let me bring this a little closer here. It has 4 sling mounts. They're side-mounted sling mounts. They use an H&K style loop, and they're side-mounted. You have sling attachments on left or right, whatever is convenient. The standard, this is the sling I had, and the hardware did mount up to it, but it really calls for an H&K style hook, so I just basically took and installed an H&K style hook on my existing sling. The only problem is finding an H&K style hook that accommodates 1.5 inch webbing, but I found these at Triad Tactical for about $7-8 a piece, and changed the hardware out of my sling, and now I gotta say I really enjoy it. Let me just get this out of your way so you can see this a little bit better. We can talk about some of the features here. Okay, so it's an aluminum chassis all the way through, extremely rugged. The action part where it beds is a V-block design. So basically this sits on 2 aluminum V-blocks. This is extremely beautiful made. The aluminum is all black finished. There is like 0 tool marks on it. This is beautifully done. It comes with new hardware. Basically all I did was put a drop of lubricating oil on the threads of each hardware to eliminate any friction. Tighten the action up evenly with an Allen wrench, and then use the torque wrench to set it to 65 inch-pounds. Done. Then upon taking out to the range, I shot it 5 times to make sure, and then retorqued it. So basically you drop it in, make sure your recoil lug is pushed up against the frame, tighten your Allen screws, you're done. And now you have a free floated barrel, This will accommodate up to the largest barrel will fit in here without touching the stock. You have a very well bedded action, which is going to improve your accuracy, and now you are running a detachable box magazine. Now this rifle is in .308, so this is a 10-round magazine. It does not come with 10-round magazines. It comes with a 5-round magazine. Now I have tried both magazines out, and they both functioned flawlessly. The 5-round fits just about flush, and the 10-round sticks out a little bit, gives you a lot more capabilities. I really like the 10-round magazines. Even on the bench, they're not too long, they don't interfere. They feed flawlessly. I've had 0 issues with either the 5 or the 10-round magazines. So they are available for the .308, the 10-round magazines. Now some of the features on here, the 2 different styles of bipod mounts. Now you're running detachable box magazines. You have the better grip angle. You have the oversized trigger recess, trigger guard. You have the 4 mounting positions for your sling. Let me spin this rifle around here. Okay. And not only do you have the better bedded action free floated barrel, you have a stock now that is fully adjustable. On the stock here, this comes with about 13.5 inches of pull. It uses a pretty basic system, 2 bolts to attach the butt pad and the spacers. And the spacers, you change spacers to adjust your length of pull. Very simple, very rugged design. It comes with a 10mm and a 120mm spacer. So if you come standard about 13.5 inches of pull. You can obviously adjust it lower. If you want to adjust it longer, you can buy a spacer kit. They sell 10, 20, and 40mm spacers, and you can arrange them in any order you want to get the exact length of pull which would be desired for you. The adjustable cheek piece doesn't come with the thumb screws. Thumb screws that are brass tipped are available. It's a good option here. You can just change out your Allen screws. It comes with Allen screws and an Allen wrench. The cheek rest is adjustable. It has at least 1 inch of travel up, and it's also adjustable, you can see here, left and right. So you can adjust this thing probably 3/8 of an inch or more to the left or to the right. So you can raise it up, you can move it left, you can move it right. You should be able to easily get this set up exactly how you need, regardless of how many MOA base you have. If you have a 20 MOA base and maybe you're running a 50mm objective and some high rings, you'll be able to get a perfect alignment with your eye and have perfect edge-to-edge sight picture on your scope. So the ability to get this, the length of pull and the cheek piece moved over and to the right elevation is phenomenal. But I think the best thing about this chassis system is the ability to do this yourself. This requires no gunsmithing at all. You only need a couple minor tools, which will be a good investment, an Allen wrench and a torque wrench. I mean, you can use any kind of torque wrench you want. You can use a simple bending beam torque wrench. You just need an inch-pound torque wrench and an Allen wrench. Now, the Allen wrench screws are kind of long, so you will need an Allen wrench that's fairly long. This is the Allen wrench I used right here. It's a 3/16 Allen wrench, and I have my torque wrench, which is a preset torque wrench, a 65 inch-pounds. I have a 1/4 inch socket in there, which I use to adapt to my Allen wrench. Put this in, turn it till it clicks, and you're done. Take the weapon to the range, fire it a couple times, re-torque it, and you're completely done after that. You have an action that is very well bedded. If you still want to glass bed the action, you could still do that. But I think with the V-block design, I don't think it's really going to enhance you that much, trying to glass bed it. This is extremely strong bedding. 0 problems with the weapon afterwards. The safety, the trigger, everything worked exactly as it did before. The thing literally dropped right in. I didn't take the scope off. I didn't take the base off. I took those 2 screws out, dropped it right in. And that was it. It was one of the most enjoyable projects I've done. It actually worked as advertised. The polymer side panels are removable. They're held on with 2.5mm hardware. You'll need a 2.5mm Allen wrench to remove the panels. If you want to remove the panels, do a custom paint job, They can easily be taken off, painted, put back on. They're pretty much impervious to any of the chemicals out there for cleaning. So the chassis is aluminum with a blackened finish, and the polymer panels. The gun's going to be pretty weatherproof. The plastic panels are available in 3 colors from Accuracy International. This is the OD green version, which I chose to go with. They're available in a flat dark earth and black. So you have 3 color options to pick from. So it is a fantastic chassis system. I am extremely happy with it. Having a much better bedded action, you know, and the free floated barrel and the detachable box magazine. I think when you look at the price of this chassis system and compare it to some of the other stocks out there, I think it's actually a better deal. By the time you buy a high quality stock, that's, you know, and it's probably going to be aluminum pillar bedded. It probably won't be the V-block design, but if it has, you know, adjustable cheek and adjustable length of pole, you're looking at, you know, $500 for a high quality rigid stock. But that doesn't include the detachable box magazine. Now you're going to spend several $100s on some new bottom metal to get the detachable box magazine, and then you're going to have it inlet into the stock to have that fit. You're going to spend the money to have your action bedded into the new stock. I think this is a much better way to go, and this is completely reversible. But you got to remember, this is a do-it-yourself home project with an Allen wrench. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. A simple Allen wrench, torque wrench, and you have now a weapon with 10 times more capabilities, much more enjoyable to shoot. I love the angle here. It's much more like my AR. The grip feels much better. The length of pull and the cheek west adjustability are incredible. So this is the Accuracy International chassis from Accuracy International. This is the AICS. It's available for both long action and short action Remington 700s. So basically, I took my bone stock Remington 700, dropped it into the Accuracy International chassis, and I have definitely increased the quality of my rifle dramatically. How does it shoot after I did that? It shot extremely well. I'm still improving my skill, but I have a couple clips here, a couple pieces of target I snipped off and saved. This was a 3-shot group, not fantastic, but it's sub MOA, and this is one I shot several groups that looked just like that. Okay, so the rifle's working perfect. I'm getting right on target. Was there any change in point of impact? Yes, there was. When I changed the chassis out and I torqued it down, I took it out to the range. I had no movement left or right in the windage. I did have about a 1 inch of a point of impact change. It was shooting about 1 inch high from where I had last shot the rifle. A couple clicks on the scope, reset my turret, and my zero was right back on. So the point of impact, very minor difference from what it was. But this should be much more consistent, I think, because this aluminum chassis is much stronger and more rigid. So I think my rifle will be more apt to retain its zero than it did with the fiberglass stock. And you can definitely load this bipod as much as you want, because this is full-length aluminum structure in here. It does add a little bit of weight to the rifle, so I'm not going to lie there. It did pick up a pound or two. You're not going to get the strength and the features like the detachable box magazine. You know, and the adjustability here, it adds weight. This is what they call model 1.5. 1.5 is the fixed stock. They have a model 2.0, and that is a folding stock, and it folds approximately right here in the middle of the thumb hole position. It will add about just shy of a ½ pound of additional weight because of the hinge mechanism, but it will allow this to fold over and shorten the length of your rifle by 8 inches. So if length is important to you and you want to be able to fold that stock for transport for whatever reason, Model 2.0 in the AICS system is something you might be more interested in. It will add a little more cost, like I said, a little more weight, but it's available in the folding stock, and your choice of the flat dark earth, the black, or the OD green. But this is a fantastic product for any Remington 700 owner who would love to have a detachable box magazine system, a fully adjustable stock, quality bedded action, the ability to retain your Harris bipod or use an AI style pod or an Atlas bipod with a spigot mount, having the side attachment sling mounts. It is just excellent. The ability to take the polymer panels off if I want to do a custom paint job on my rifle, very nice. I could send these out, have these painted. It's not a firearm, so it'd be no hassle to mail these plastic panels to somebody, have them painted, and bolt them back on the rifle. So if you've been dreaming about upgrading to a detachable box magazine, like to have a higher quality stock with adjustability, take a look at the AICS from Accuracy International for the Remington 700. This is a fantastic product. I'm quite happy with it. One note on the magazines. These are the actual AI Accuracy International magazines. A lot of the bottom metal kits you see available for the Remington 700s to convert to a detachable box magazine either directly recommend or use the AI magazines or a clone of the AI magazine. So this is a magazine that's proven, that works, that other people are using with their bottom metal. So if you want the AI quality magazines in an AI quality fixture, the fit and finish is fantastic. So that tells you something right there. When other people are using their magazines, they're doing something right. So just wanted to share this with you guys. Anybody out there thinking about this, I think it's maybe something worth taking a look at, saving up, and dropping your barreled action right into this. It just puts you leaps ahead of where you may be currently on your rifle. So thanks for watching.